All right, everyone. So Edge talked about John Cena's retirement in an interview with Screen Rant. Here's what he said. No, we had talked briefly when he came back there, and I was with WWE. He said, "How are you doing this, man? You're having half an hour matches and stuff, but we haven't talked about retiring or anything like that." But John is he's thought this through, and he's thought of every scenario and every conceivable direction, all of those things. He's an intelligent man, so I'm sure he's already come to terms, and I think he's been coming to terms with it for a long time. I think it'll be harder for the fan base to come to terms, which usually ends up being the case. So I think this is an interesting point by Edge, which is, are the fans going to be ready for this? Because the funniest part about Cena's career is that, he has the typical babyface arc, which is the baby faces have this huge arc, everybody loves them, and then you get to a point where people just dislike the baby faces. They just hate their guts. I don't think heels have this same um, problem. I think heels can really stay heel for like their whole careers, and they never have this kind of burnout period with the fan base. I think it's baby faces; they just get shoved down people's throats so much. It's like this is the guy. He's our guy. He's winning another championship, and I think it leads to people kind of resenting that, and people in the crowd at some point during his career let him know, but then it always comes back. It always ends up being something where they love him again. And I have a feeling this retirement tour is going to be another example of that, where I think the fans are just going to be loving everything about it. And when he officially does retire, I think it's all going to set in. Meaning at the beginning of this farewell tour, we're all going to be happy. We're all going to be celebrating it, every big match, every big moment. But then, next year, December, we're going to be sitting there going, wait a minute, that means John Cena is done. Like, that's it. He's not going to wrestle any more matches. That's it for him. Um, and I think that's going to be tough for a lot of people. And I hope what I'm just saying is right, meaning it, it would stink if John Cena in December does not feel like this year went the way that he wanted it to. Because I think the farewell tour has the opportunity to be real special, but it will lose all meaning if he at the end of this thing or in 2 years is like, I'm going to wrestle like three more matches or something like that. I think if this tour really is, the end of his wrestling career, and I'm not saying he can't come on screen or show up, to do a promo or something like that or at an event, but for in-ring wrestling, I think if he wins a championship, sets that record, and in December, kind of goes out on top, I think that would be awesome. And I hope Edge is right on this, where he's thought this thing through. He's ready to be done, and he just wants to make sure that he does everything. He wants to go out on his own terms and the way he wants to. So thank you all for watching.